Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television and combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. This week... My name's Christian. Joining me as always is Ian,
hey, what's up, guys?
Joseph, Jehu.
How's it going?
I'm doing it in a different order every time.
I love it. Keep the fart noise in there. That's fine.
I forgot my own name. I was going to go straight to Ian. Today we're going to be doing our spring movie preview covering the new releases of March, April, and May. Joseph, I think you have a fairly decent long list over there.
I gave it the old college try. So yeah, we're going to start with March, and granted, March through May is still kind of on the slow period. Marvel and just generally superhero movies in general have kind of taken over this space a little bit, which I definitely think will be apparent as we go through this list.
I think May's very strong with a lot.
No,
of stuff.
but May,
the other 2 months, you're right.
May is definitely when it starts to pick up.
Yeah.
I mean, May's where movies happen now. It's like fuck July.
For sure.
July's over.
I would say it's even like the back half of April on, and then by the time you get to July, and it's like a new Mission Impossible movie.
Yep.
And that's it.
I will say, working in a movie theater, this is the strongest March through August they've had since I've worked at a theater in 6 years. So there's a lot of movies coming.
We're going to start with probably not the best one. The only thing that's coming out this coming week, the weekend of March 1st, that is of any note, is there's a new Medea movie, which I didn't even know existed. But it's
cool.
Medea Family Funeral.
Yeah, Medea's pulling a Kiss. She's going on her final tour, which I imagine will lead to Medea's reunion tour at some point. There's a payday on saying it's the last one, and that's what they're going for.
That's the best commentary we can provide.
These movies used to fucking go off, and they don't anymore.
There's so many.
I've never seen a Medea movie, so I can't really...
I think I've seen the first two, and I remember laughing.
It's a diminishing returns kind of thing.
Whoa, definitely. Yeah, the first time, this is funny. I'm an idiot.
As we've talked many times about on the podcast, it's hard to make a comedy sequel. It's really hard to make 9 comedy sequels.
I imagine it's like Big Mama's House. Am I wrong?
I would say it's no. I'm not.
No, because there's messages about making you a better person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's sort of,
You try to grow in a Medea movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So we're going to follow... we're going to follow that up with the following weekend, March 8th, which the most important thing that's come out is fucking Captain Marvel.
Woo! Oh, that's soon.
I know, it's really soon.
I know.
I'm going to see it in New York City.
Are you? Oh, that's right. You're going to be up there.
Yep.
New York
That could be
City.
cool.
I actually don't know that I'm going to see it in New York.
You guys
but,
don't remember the Pace Picani commercial, don't you?
No.
Somebody out there who's old as fuck is like going, man, that shit was hilarious. The Hurt just did.
You listeners may not know, but old Jehu is a little bit older than the rest of us.
I'm older than the dawn of dirt.
What do you guys think of Captain Marvel? Think it's going to be... I mean,
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited because I definitely have the Marvel movie itch, but the trailers haven't blown me away. But I think it's going to be good. I'm optimistic.
I think there's a lot that I've wanted to see. I'm excited for some scrolls.
Yeah.
I'm excited for de-aged SJ.
That looks good.
I like Brie Larson. So.
Yep, I'm excited for the cat.
Cat's cool.
I think it's probably going to be pretty fucking good. I have to speak for Sarah. Sarah always wants me to point out that she looks like some bitch from the mall. Sarah's not excited. But other than that, I'm excited about it.
I mean, it's a 90s movie. Isn't that where most people hung out?
I mean, that's where I was.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first reactions came out last week.
Real positive.
And they said Brie Larson's great. They said Mendo is
I was about to say, I'm excited about Mendo.
Yeah, they say he's not like your cookie cutter bad MCU villain, which has been common. They say he rises above that. So that's exciting. They say Groot, what is his name? Cat. The cat is...
Goose.
Goose the cat. Sorry, not Groot the cat. Goose the cat I hear also has... Everyone says he's a standout.
Fantastic.
Right on.
Other things that come out that weekend on Netflix, we're getting that Triple Frontier movie that's kind of a weird...
Ben Affleck, right?
Amalgamation of male stars that are not quite in their prime.
Pedro Pascal. Other people.
Garrett Hedlund, some other interchangeable male leads. And then there's another independent movie called I'm Not Here that's got J.K. Simmons and Sebastian Stan, who's playing a young J.K. Simmons.
I like everything about this so far.
I'll tell you, the trailer isn't great, but the concept's kind of good. It's like an old J.K. Simmons kind of like ruminating on his life, and it's told in a bunch of flashbacks. It looks kind of interesting, but the trailer does not look good. But I'm encouraged by the talent. So I'm Not Here. Also on March 8th. The weekend after that is March 15th. The only thing of note is a movie called Captive State, which kind of looks like a sci-fi...
John Goodman?
Yeah.
Alien invasion movie,
Alien invasion kind of... It looks kind of like a thriller, I guess.
It looks bad.
Yeah. It looks like aliens have taken over the Earth, and there's kind of like an underground resistance trying to retake the Earth for humanity.
Wasn't that a plot of like a TNT show
It was.
Yeah.
My dad watched a lot of that show.
I don't think a movie version is going to be any
I'm
better.
not sure it's going to be either. The weekend after that is another one that we've been waiting for a good while. Is Us, Jordan Peele's new movie
yeah.
after Get Out.
Yeah, I'm that's probably the most. I'm probably excited for that just as much as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
That first trailer is awesome.
Yeah.
That song they use, I put 5 on it. Like they make it creepy. I like those two from Black Panther. I
Yep.
want them to become things.
No, Winston
Lupita
Duke is definitely just going to keep rising, I think.
Yeah, Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke, like they both, like Winston Duke just oozes charisma.
Yep,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? So it looks cool. They're both, everyone's playing 2 roles, so that's something different. Marketing's been great. Jordan Peele, who's to Get Out, he's doing the Twilight Zone.
No, this one's going to make money.
Jordan Peele
big money.
turned down Black Klansman to do this movie. To kind of show you, so
Wow.
it's got high hopes for it.
Absolutely, completely agree. And then the following weekend, March 29th, is Tim Burton's Dumbo, which is a movie that I'm not sure anyone asked for.
This is like Tim Burton's third circus movie with Danny DeVito in it.
Right?
So maybe
What a weird stat.
actually, what's funny is you were talking about that movie with J.K. Simmons, and I thought the whole time I was like, it's probably not going to be as good as Big Fish.
Yeah.
And now we're at Dumbo, and that's also probably not going to be as good as Big
definitely
Fish.
not.
I don't care to see this movie.
No.
I don't even like the cartoon Dumbo.
It's too sad.
Man, Tim Burton's over.
Yeah.
He needs,
Yeah.
you know what
real
he needs
good
to do?
description.
He just needs to lie down and die.
He needs to do his last movie, go away for 5 or 10 years, and then come back when we're all like, oh shit, I miss Tim Burton.
And do Superman Lives.
And do Superman Lives, 100%.
The cast is good. Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Eva
Yep.
Green,
Oh,
Alan
yeah.
Arkin.
Everything
So-
about this movie seems like the right decision. It's just the fact it's a Dumbo movie. That's
Real question, is this movie going to be better or worse than the Aladdin movie?
That's just
Oh,
thinking
it's
that
gonna be.
same thing.
I think it's gonna be better than the Aladdin.
Yeah, I
movie.
think it will too.
I actually think this is probably gonna be a decent movie. I just don't have any interest to see
Yeah.
it.
I wasn't embarrassed watching the trailer to this.
That's fair.
That's my stance against it and the fucking Aladdin
Yeah.
trailer.
Entirely fair. So that brings us to April 5th, where we got the new Pet Cemetery with Jason Clarke, who I know that Ian loves.
Yep.
And what's the other guy's name?
John
Old guy.
Lithgow?
John Lithgow. Yeah, I mean, looks
Yeah.
scary. And also the other, I don't know why I wrote the second one, but that's also Shazam,
The other Captain Marvel.
the other Captain
Yeah.
Marvel that for legal reasons can't be called Captain Marvel.
That's crazy that they both came out at the same
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty
after
funny.
all this years,
Yeah. I think this movie. I hope this movie will be okay. We're on kind of a run. Wonder Woman was good. I like Justice League, even though it may not have actually been good. Actually, I like. I was bullshit just then. I was bullshit. I'm going to go back and correct myself. Wonder Woman did well.
Good call. Good call.
Okay, Justice League. I actually had a fun time in. Aquaman's a fucking hoot. So I'm hoping this will be a fucking hoot.
I really hope Aquaman was like the turn, and now they're all going to be like fun, unique movies. Zachary Levi is the perfect choice for Shazam.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
they've casted it perfect. The suit looks good. I don't know. I've come around on the suit. At first, I did. I know we made fun on this podcast, but in the trailers, I think it looks good.
Well, it fits the style, like the tone they're going for.
Man,
in the
I think
movie.
it looks just dumb enough. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Um,
I think a kid being a superhero and like
Yeah.
wanting to buy beer and like testing powers is just it sounds fun.
It's a different. You get a superhero origin story that you haven't seen before. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Shazam. Ever since what's amazing to me is this movie comes out in a month. We've only gotten one trailer for it.
Yeah.
2 trailers.
The second trailer is very similar to the first,
It
but I'll
is,
give you
yeah.
2 trailers.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Do you think Henry Cavill will be in it or not?
I know that Zachary Levi has said he had not filmed anything with, but
That doesn't mean
Why
shit
would it
anymore,
mean
yeah.
anything?
I don't know.
I think there's going to be a cameo. I would like Rock's Black Adam.
I think
I
there'll
don't think
be
that's going to happen.
I think there'll be a Superman cameo. Whether or not that's actually Henry Cavill will depend on how the negotiations.
That's true.
go.
We've had CGI Cavill before,
Yeah.
or at least half CGI Cavill.
Well, I personally believe that he filmed it. I just don't know if they're going to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be. As for Pet Cemetery, that also comes out this week. As much as I think we've kind of talked highly about it in the first one, that second trailer really was like, okay, I don't feel like I need to see the
Yeah,
movie now.
you kind of covered all your ground. But, I mean, for people who are looking to scratch that horror itch, it's there.
Specifically, there's Stephen King itch.
Yeah. So also one of the things that DC did well is they spaced this one well. It's 2 weeks away from, or 3 weeks away from Captain Marvel and 2 weeks away from Avengers.
Yeah.
So they've kind of, if people want to go see a family-friendly action / superhero / whatever film, this will be the only new thing that's out there.
Didn't work for Justice League, but maybe it'll work for this.
Well, yeah, but that also looked like a goddamn hot mess.
Yeah.
And it was, but it was a fun hot mess.
I enjoy it.
I mean, I've talked about on this podcast before how that did not work out for Hellboy 2, so I worry that could happen to this as
Yeah.
well.
I would say it also shows people like their Stephen King movies.
They do.
So there's an appetite for it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for Pet Sematary. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Also coming out that week is Beach Bum, the movie with Matthew McConaughey. It's done by the same director as Spring Breakers.
Yep.
Best Enemies, which is the one with, what's her name from Empire?
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson and Sam Rockwell. Another friendly, getting over racism movie. It'll be fine. And then a movie called Teen Spirit, which is about the better Fanning, Elle Fanning, going into like a singing talent competition.
Don't insult Dakota like
Fuck
that.
Dakota Fanning.
Aren't these children we're talking more?
They're adults.
They're
now.
adults now. They just still look like children.
I haven't paid attention to them since they were children.
So the week after that, we're gonna get the new Hellboy movie with David Harbour. It's not looking good, but maybe it will be good.
I know a whole lot of the stuff they are saying is going to be in it is like good shit from the comics. I just think it was a mistake to make this a reboot. There was no reason not just to make it the third movie.
Yeah.
More people need to learn from Bond. Just make the next fucking movie. Not everything has to start over again.
It I mean, I like things about this. I like David Harbour as Hellboy.
I think that's great fucking casting.
Yeah.
I think What's Her Nuts as the villain is good casting.
Yeah.
Why can't Mila Jovovich?
Yep.
Resident Evil herself.
Yeah.
So I hope it's better than the trailer. I just think we didn't get a very good trailer. And I kind of worry that, I don't know, maybe this is maybe me just being hopeful, that the movie is darker and they're like, oh, we need to appeal to a wider audience, so we're going to put the funny bits in the trailer.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a little bit of mismarketing, but
Hopefully,
we'll see.
that would be ideal. I realize we haven't been doing our patented, is this going to be better or worse than Transformers? I think it's going to be worse than Transformers, but I'm hopeful.
I think it'll be better.
I'm looking at the cast. Ian McShane, I kind of like him.
I mean,
And
I love
that-
him. I don't like that they've brought back that character, but if they're going to do it, that's a good excuse.
He's supposed to be a younger Hellboy, so I guess it makes sense why they did that.
Yeah,
But
he's not balding,
yeah.
you know?
Shazam, better than Transformers. Captain Marvel, better than Transformers.
Yep.
Definitely.
Us, better than Transformers.
What about Pet Cemetery?
Worse than Transformers.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
a
gonna go
horror
better.
movie guy. Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to
go
go with better, too.
Yeah.
I like Jason Clarke's big head.
100%. I'm with you.
I'm empathetic to other people with giant fucking heads.
Also coming out the week of April 12th, in case there are people with children who listen to this, there's a movie called The Missing Link coming out. It's like a stop-motion animation with Zach Galifianakis and other people that I can't remember. It doesn't
Hugh
look...
Jackman.
Yeah, it is Hugh Jackman. It does not look interesting to me, but
Zoe Saldana.
if your kid's off, your kid's not off from school at that point yet, so just don't even bother.
Is it
Wait
made,
till summer.
Is it made by the same company that made Kubo?
I don't know. It doesn't look that good, but maybe it is.
You didn't even like Kubo, so you're really
Well,
going to
look,
hate this.
Kubo's one of those movies, and we should do an episode on this, but it's one of those movies that would be better on mute. I think
Music is so good in
that's
Kubo.
true, but the dialogue and the voice acting are fucking terrible.
Yeah,
but
Matthew McConaughey's
it's
not good enough.
visually phenomenal. It's just spectacular.
I've never
Anyway,
seen Kubo.
Has Zoe Saldana been in anything that didn't make money?
No.
So I think it'll probably do well.
it's a good point. The following week, April 19th, there's a horror movie called Curse of La Llorona, which a James Wan produced thing, and that guy is just good at making money.
Yeah.
Kind of got a Blumhouse vibe, right?
Yeah.
Low budget.
100%.
Yeah.
And another, I guess, kind of horror movie called Under the Silver Lake, which is the follow-up from the director of It Follows, which is one of my favorite movies. It has not gotten nearly as much acclaim as It Follows, but it's got
Andrew Garfield?
yeah, other Spider-Man,
Topher Grace.
and make up your own mind. If
I like both those guys.
I like It Follows enough that I want to give it a shot.
I like It Follows.
One of those two movies 17-year-olds will go to and laugh at it like it's a comedy, and the other one they won't.
Yeah, that's
There you
very
go.
true.
You can probably figure out which one. I don't have to say.
April 26th is the big one. It's Avengers Endgame.
So excited.
So close.
Yeah.
10
We're right
years
there.
in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22 films, all culminating up to this.
It's hard to even say anything about it because I want to say everything about it.
Yep.
I can't, I'm super fucking excited. I've watched Infinity War about 11 billion times at this point, which is hard to do in a 3-hour movie. So yeah, I'm ready.
Hurt spent most of last year just rewatching.
Yeah, that's true. This will make all of the money this year. This will be the highest grossing film of this year.
Any predictions?
As
How
far
much
as I'm-
grossing?
I'm going to say 2.3.
Oh no. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That would be possible. I don't think so because they don't do 3D anymore. And
But it
3D. That's why Avatar got that high.
But Infinity War crossed 2, right?
It wasn't in
No, I think it was
3D,
1.9.
was it?
Oh, was it 1.9?
No,
Yeah.
it crossed 2.
You could be right. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
it crossed 2.
Yeah, maybe Black Panther is 1.9, but yeah,
I'm gonna price this right and say 2.2.
Yeah. I would say like
2.2.1.
right at 2. Right at 2. But yeah, everyone's going to see this. I don't want to see any more trailers. I want no more marketing. We're all going to go no matter what.
Exactly.
I want to see, this is one of the ones I want to see fresh. You
Yep.
know what I mean? As
Agreed.
fresh as possible.
Honestly, the trailer should have just been, Avengers Endgame. What, you're not going to fucking come? That should be it.
Yep.
So the following weekend, May 3rd, for all the people that have already seen Avengers Endgame like 3 times and want to see something else, there is another family movie called Ugly Dolls that I don't really know what it's about.
There's a trailer.
It looks made to sell toys.
It sounds like a euphemism for the penis.
It very well could be.
Harry, put away your ugly doll. We've got company over. That sort of thing.
I like that his name was Harry. That's-
Nick Jonas, Emma Roberts, and so what I'm seeing is it's about ugly dolls confront what it means to be different and struggle to be loved.
It seems like a Trolls ripoff.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Also that weekend is a movie called Long Shot with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron, where it's schlubby guy gets a shot at a very attractive, successful, ambitious woman
With politics.
with politics.
Sign me up.
You know what the thing is? I hate this fucking thing. I hate, dumpy guy and hot girl and stuff like that. Even though I probably should have some sympathy for it. But this movie kind of looks fun. I don't know. I like both of these people. I'll probably watch it.
And that's kind of where I'm at. For the most part, I don't like the genre, but I like Charlize Theron is underratedly funny in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought
And,
the trailer was
yeah, no,
Totally, she's hilarious.
It looks pretty entertaining. So I'm
I like Seth Rogen's beard. It's shaped up nice.
I like that he dresses like a fucking moron in it. That's brave.
I get compared to Seth Rogen far too often for me to be okay with this.
oh yeah, that's
movie,
fair.
So
That thing where they say that, playing a mentally handicapped person is brave as an actor. That's not fucking brave. You're just trying to get an Oscar. Dressing like Seth Rogen in this movie, that's fucking brave. Give him an Oscar.
So the week after that, the week of May 10th, this is when we're starting to get into just more releases
the
coming out.
meat and potatoes.
The meat and potatoes. We got Detective Pikachu, which looks like an absolute delight.
New trailer tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Tuesday. So this is quickly becoming up there with Endgame for me as like one of the movies I'm most excited for. Did you guys see the thing Ryan Reynolds released today about like his method acting for it?
No.
It was pretty funny. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, I'm real excited for this movie.
As someone who's 73 years old, I probably shouldn't play Pokemon as much as I do, and I'm super fucking excited for this movie. But I would be even if I never played Pokemon. It just looks like a super fun movie.
Yeah, it does.
When this was announced, I thought this was going to be a train wreck.
Yep.
But that first trailer completely turned me around, and they took the right concept. It's Deadpool for children.
And admittedly, some of the Pokemon designs I am iffy on so far, but just the basic premise and Ryan Reynolds seems delightful. So
The funny thing to me is it's we talk a lot about how, or Pet Sematary is a great example. Like I was more positive on that, and then I saw a trailer and I became less. And like a lot of times trailers make me nervous about things, whereas this one is the exact opposite. That is a great
Oh yeah,
trailer.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, it's Ryan Reynolds is so funny, and he seems like they've gotten the right. They have the right take.
Justice Smith, when he was announced for the role, I was like, oh, I wasn't real big on that Jurassic World 2 movie.
he's not bad at it though.
Sure. But he seems like a kid who would live in a Pokemon world, so it makes sense.
Yep. Ken Wannabe, big fan.
Yep.
So
Bill Nighy,
yeah, it's got some good people. It looks awesome, and I want to see
Mewtwo.
I want to see sequels and spin-offs. Like they could go a lot with this.
Oh,
For
100%.
sure. You could do anything.
Yeah.
Cubone's mother.
Why?
I want to cry. That's a deep cut.
I don't. What is the name of that tower in that?
Lavender Town.
Is it?
right?
Yeah, I think it's in. I don't remember. But if they just did like a whole movie, just 100% about that, it'd be
like a ghost movie.
that'd be
Like
fucking awesome.
Ghastlies and haunters just everywhere.
God,
You guys have lost Ian.
I know. All the kids would come though. Yeah, I know. All the
I
kids.
just shouldn't be for children. I don't want it to be like gritty as like.
Let's make it.
It's all about murdered Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure. There's like tombstones everywhere.
Like you like delve into the consequences of animal fighting.
I got our
Yeah.
next pitch episode. Everyone pitch a Pokemon movie.
I'm so down for that.
I just did. I'm done. Also coming out that same weekend is a movie called The Hustle with Anne Hathaway and is it Rebel Wilson?
Yes. Trailer was fine.
Yeah, it's also kind of a standard comedy trope, but it's fine for people who like that.
I should say, I think Detective Pikachu is going to be better than Transformers. I also think it's going to be the first movie to make a dent in Avengers. I think
100%.
It's going to make a shit ton of money.
I think it's going to open at like 150. It's going to open big.
Yeah.
Real big.
And also that weekend is Tolkien with whichever random British guy with a dumb face. I can't remember.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, that's the one.
And it's not going to make any
I couldn't
money.
remember. It was like, is it Nicholas Hoult? Is it Ed Skrein? Is it the fucking guy
Ed
from
Skrein and Nicholas
Legion?
Hoult do look alike.
I know, they're all the same fucking person. Who gives a fuck?
You don't think this gets the Lord of the Rings fans, huh?
As a Lord of the Rings fan, I can say no.
I was about to say, if you're going to get anyone, you're going to
Is
get
it
Jones
the concept or the actor? What do you think? Like,
All of the above.
gotcha. Yeah.
Again, like, I just don't... It's just not necessary. Like, again, Motley Crue, like on our news episode, we were talking about how they lived a life worthy of it. He's a British guy who fought in World War I and then becomes an English teacher and then wrote the nerdiest ass novels of all time.
That is a bunch of really, really long books. You know what that doesn't leave a lot of time for? Action.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. So that brings us to May 17th. You really got Christian on that. Where we're going to have that sequel to the dog movie, A Dog's Journey, with what's her face?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard, your favorite as the dog.
She's not in it, really, so...
No. And more interestingly, John Wick 3, Parabellum.
The dog is voiced by Josh Gad, I thought.
No, in this one, in the new one,
It's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bailey, the original dog is in it, though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he dies and then it gets transferred to a new dog's body. So Josh Gad is in this movie as because it's a sequel to the one last year.
Oh man!
Oh, okay.
In the South, that might not play. They're like
there's some reincarnation of dogs in this
in
movie.
there and shit.
And Dennis Quaid's in it too. So it's like a continuation of that one where the dog was like drowning and they didn't let him out.
I would say, do they still have the dog abuse in this one?
I hope not, but they're kind of shying away from that. I think because of that very thing. So that's probably why it's not clear.
I was kind of on board when I thought the voice of the dog was Kimmy Schmidt. When I found out it wasn't Kimmy Schmidt, I was like, "Fuck this! I don't want it."
It is kind of Bryce Dallas Howard's Kimmy Schmidt impression. I'll give you that.
But we'll see. I hate dog movies.
I don't think it's
John
gonna make
Wick
any money.
3. Fuck, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
right?
we're all going to see it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, both of those have been a fucking delight.
I just like every time I felt this way with the second one. I was like, "There's no way," and it's not as good as the first one. Still a pretty damn good movie.
Yeah,
still really fun.
And this is how I feel about this one too. I'm like, God, please don't let this be the one that messes it up.
I think the second one is as good as the first one. Maybe that is a hot take.
I mean, I'm not saying it's significantly worse.
Keanu Reeves in a suit riding a fucking horse and shooting at people is like everything I've ever wanted. And I didn't know it, but then I saw it, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I remember watching this with you at Bayou and like walking out. I was like, it seems like such a comic book that they translated and that it's an original idea.
I know, isn't that
so
crazy?
Impressive.
Right.
Like,
it's going to make a great comic book in the near future.
It's such a fleshed out world, you know what I mean? And they just wrote it like it's really well done.
And it seems like it's from that Matrix inspired era, but they waited just enough time
where it's cool again
for it to be cool, and for them to see, like, look back on it and see what was good about that and what was
for sure.
bad, and then just only do the good.
That's
all
a good
killer,
point.
no filler.
Yeah, I'm going to say better than Transformers.
Oh, I'm going to say way fucking better
Yeah,
than
me too.
Transformers.
So that brings us to May 24th, where we got the live-action Aladdin,
Worse than Transformers.
which will almost certainly be worse than Transformers. Maybe we'll get another trailer. Maybe it'll be better, but so far, not looking good.
I think this movie will be worse than Transformers, and it'll have a scene where Will Smith acts like a Transformer.
I think this movie is not going to get its release date.
That
I think we may see this movie get pushed.
It's possible.
that's probably too late at this point. They got posters and shit up.
I don't know. They've had a lot of negative response.
I think Kurt's right. Like,
He's
Will
going to try
Smith's
to do a lot of shitty pop culture stuff from right now that worked for Robin Williams, but Robin Williams was funnier than Will Smith.
I see
Do
what
you
you're
think he
saying.
does a rap? Is this where you bring back the end credit Will Smith rap?
If he does, then I'm back on board.
No, I was
gonna say, if-
this is the one. He's going back to the raps.
I
I'm telling
agree.
you.
I think he is going to, but that's just me.
They'll never top Wild Wild West.
No.
Is it a real monkey or a CGI monkey?
CGI monkey.
I like that. I like a poo.
I mean, I like Abu.
His little hat.
I like the magic carpet. No. The cast is not very good to me, and the CGI sucks, and I hate the director. So.
I mean,
What about the
I haven't liked any of these movies, so I more than likely will not like this movie. The live action remakes of the
real or fake tiger?
I'm sure a fake tiger. They're not
Better
putting
be a real tiger.
If they're not putting a real monkey, they're certainly not going to put the real tiger.
I would get back on board if they were putting this, Jasmine next to a real tiger. The
Yeah,
whole
if their
movie.
lives were in danger, yeah.
What do we got
let's
money
watch-
for? A monkey? No, fuck that. CGI that. Tiger? Fuck, put the tiger in it.
Sidebar. This is unrelated to anything we're talking about, but if you guys haven't seen the Graham Norton interview where Seth Rogen is talking about working with a tiger on the set of The Interview, his North Korea movie, you fucking need to.
Look it up.
It's phenomenal because it was the same thing where they were like, "Oh, we'll just make it CG tiger," and then they found out they didn't have the money to get a CG tiger, so they had to get a real tiger.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, I'm looking that up. That
Yeah.
sounds hilarious.
So also coming out the same weekend as Aladdin is the Superman horror ripoff Brightburn.
Produced by James
Produced by
Gunn.
James Gunn.
Yep.
Looks fine.
Evil Superman.
Evil
If anyone doesn't
Superman.
know.
Elizabeth Banks.
Yep.
Yep.
Pam's first boyfriend from The Office.
David Denham.
Sure.
I'm pretty anti Elizabeth Banks. I'm a big fan of 30 Rock, and she was the worst part of 30 Rock. So I'm going with worse than Transformers on this, even though it's a concept that appeals to me.
I'm going to say worse than Transformers.
I'm gonna go better than Transformers. I think this is it can't be worse than fucking Batman vs Superman or Man of Steel.
It's that exact same
Yeah.
Dane DeHaan movie.
I don't know. It's kind of the cynical take on Superman that you have at 13 years old.
You know what the thing
written
is?
into a script that I don't like.
It would probably seem more like happening something I needed to see if the take on Superman we just had wasn't fucking cynical.
Yeah.
That's also
You know,
fair.
That's a really good point. Worse than Transformers. You turn me around.
Also that week, I just found some random indie stuff that I had never heard of. There's a movie called Ad Astra with Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones where...
The space movie?
Yeah, Brad Pitt has to go find his father who's lost in space or
Which is
something. It's
Tommy
Tommy
Lee
Lee Jones. And I'm like, that sounds kind of interesting.
Tommy Lee Jones has played a lot of astronauts, right?
He has.
Yeah.
Several of them die in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on May 30th, we got several things, but probably most notably for us, Godzilla King of Monsters.
Oh, I'm very excited for this movie.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
I'm cautious because of what the first one did, but God, everything looks good in this one.
But
They got so many
Kong Skull
monsters.
Island was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
you guys aren't a
iffy
big
on it.
fan of Tom Hiddleston as the lead.
Yeah.
And he does come off as he's just trying real hard to be Butch and it's not working.
It's
Yeah,
not.
Guys,
he shouldn't
I have
rocked it.
biceps.
Yeah, no tank tops. You should
But,
have done the tank tops.
But I thought that movie was super fun, and I think this movie is probably going to lean more in that direction than the first Godzilla.
I think well, one of the things that I think limited them in the first one, I think they did it well, but with one or two monsters and Godzilla, you get a limited amount of conflicts that you can have convincingly without just having them destroy each other. And I know that was one of the big complaints. There wasn't enough monster fights.
Right.
With this one, you got like 4 or 5 different monsters.
Rodan,
So you can
Mothra,
you can have
Godzilla,
you can have
King
all
Ghidorah.
different team ups and conflicts and all that stuff, and fill up a lot of different screen time with different kinds of monster conflicts, and still fuck all the human shit.
With this
Fuck
many
it.
monsters, I want to see 2 make out.
Yeah.
Sure,
I think, like I said,
I want to see King Ghidorah make out with himself.
the first Godzilla got hurt by Pacific Rim, but this one looks like they learned from that.
Yeah.
He's got the action.
100%.
What do you, now this is going into Godzilla vs Kong.
Yeah.
Who do you
Leader.
think the villain of that is? I was thinking the only one
I
left
think-
is Mecha Godzilla. Maybe the humans rise
Well,
up.
yeah, so they have to have something, right? I feel like we may not see the end of King Ghidorah in this movie.
Yeah.
If you knock him off in one, I feel like that's pretty fucked
So
up.
you're saying you think in Godzilla vs. Kong, there'll be a third monster that's the villain? It
Yeah,
won't be
Oh,
they're
yeah,
gonna start off.
100%.
They're gonna start off button heads, but then they're gonna become best friends. Like I want Kong riding on Godzilla's shoulder.
I want
Because
Gojira.
you know how they did the old ones, right? The old, they did a completely different take for the American and the Japanese one. American one, King Kong was the good guy. Japanese one, Godzilla was the good guy. So do 2 versions of it. I don't give a shit.
I don't think they had that much money, but I would watch them both for sure.
Man, that is some pandering shit right there. But yeah, also coming out that same weekend is the Blumhouse movie Ma that we mentioned a couple of weeks ago with Octavia Spencer. Looks interesting.
Looks creepy.
And Rocket Man from the same guys who brought you Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, sort of. Yeah.
That makes me hate it more.
Well, like the
I
guy,
mean, the pederast isn't going to be there though.
the
Well,
guy,
that's good.
The guy
Are
who
you trying to bring back pederast?
I watch Big Lebowski about twice a week.
That's fair.
the guy who finished Bohemian Rhapsody is making Rocket Man.
okay.
Dexter Fletcher.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yep, the guy who did
That seems like a name.
That sounds like a made up name. That sounds
that
like
does sound like a
Eddie
made-up
the
name.
Eagle. Eddie the Eagle. No, he's right.
You stole my catchphrase. That sounds like a made up name. How dare you?
Bohemian Rhapsody tainted me on the biopics, but I kind of really want to see this movie.
I mean, I like Eddie the Eagle. You guys
Yeah.
haven't seen that one. It's also Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
I hear that one's good. I didn't watch it.
It's apparently all lies, but I guess all these biopics are.
This movie produced by, what's his name? Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
All right, on.
And I like Matthew Vaughn shit. So
I think this will probably be good.
yeah. I like everything. I like the track we're on for this movie.
Yeah.
I hope there's more man sex than there was in the Queen one.
Yeah, there's not much.
That's why it was a Lifetime movie. They glossed over the hard stuff and just.
He
played the famous songs. Like fuck
He
that
made
movie.
like
Fuck
goo
Bohemian
goo
Rhapsody.
eyes at the Rob
The
Delaney
trucker.
looking guy.
Yeah.
But, and the trucker. There was that thing. Yeah.
Delaney.
That guy looked like Rob Delaney. I had to look at IMDb when it was over because I thought it was Rob Delaney.
He did look, Irish Rob Delaney.
Jones made a good point. I forgot that Bryan Singer directed Bohemian Rhapsody. He was not mentioned once during the Oscar telecast, which is great.
Which is
for the director of the movie to not even get mentioned. Like that's pretty cool.
I mean, really, there was a lot of that shit in the Oscars. They had to cover up the
Green
All the
Book
Green Book
Yeah,
scandals. Yeah.
They were tiptoeing around landmines a lot there.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up, unless you guys can think of anything else that's coming out over the next couple of months.
No, which one do you think you guys would like the best coming out over the next 3 months?
I mean,
Take
look,
out
look,
Avengers. Take out Avengers.
In-game,
I'm
not
gonna say-
Take Avengers out.
I'm
yeah.
most excited about Avengers. I don't even know that I'm going to like it the most, but I'm the most excited about it. I mean, look, I really want to see John Wick 3.
Godzilla's the one for me. 100%.
Hurt?
I'm going Detective Pikachu. I think
I'm
that's
going
gonna be fun.
Detective Pikachu
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, for some reason, everything about it so far, I'm in. I think that's the one I'm probably going to come out with the most positive opinion.
You know, you're probably right. Also, Us. I'm pretty excited about Us.
Us is going to be good. You know, Shazam too. This is a pretty good
That's what I
spring.
mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty solid for spring. You know what I mean? Definitely better than last year when it was like A Wrinkle in Time and
Yeah.
Oh, it was all
Pacific Rim 2.
Let me give you an example. For a whole month, all we did was recap prior Marvel movies instead of talk about one
One-
single new movie.
Absolutely.
I think one of those podcasts was just Joseph alone talking about Marvel movies.
Almost.
It could be. But yeah, so that wraps it up. So to take this information, do with your money what you will, now that you're more informed, just slightly. But I guess that's it for this week. What have we been watching, guys?
I started, so I'm definitely late to the game on Band of Brothers. I don't know if anyone's
Incredible.
seen it. On
Oh,
HBO.
yeah,
I
you're-
love that show.
I'm
Keep
3
going
in.
back.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dexter Fletcher is in that show.
Really?
He's one of the actors. Yeah.
Dude, there are so many famous people like Donnie
Yeah.
Wahlberg, the guy from Homeland. Like it's so good.
Ross.
Yeah, Ross. I'm 3 in, and that second episode is like where it's like they're taking 3 fixed position guns, and it's like some of the best World War II action I've ever seen. So I'm gonna breeze through that. And I'm gonna do the Pacific because I haven't seen any of that.
I will tell you, the Pacific is not as good. Still good, worth a watch, but Band of Brothers, man. I just rewatched it last year, and like now I passed it the other day on HBO. I was like, I could probably watch Band of Brothers.
I can't believe I was late. It's Saving Private Ryan, just longer, and
Yeah.
I'm so fucking into it.
That's it?
That's it. Yeah, that's all.
Well, we were very busy at Pensacon this past week, so I did not watch much. I did rewatch Bohemian Rhapsody, though, which we've talked about a lot.
Yep. It's a divisive thing among the Real Phonies cast here.
I wanted to rewatch it because I just wanted to know if my feelings the first time were real or not, or whatever. I'm a Queen fan. I do think Rami Malek is good. He's not my favorite pick for Best Actor. I don't hate that he got the award. It's fine, but I don't see what other people see in that movie that makes them love it so much. I think the best parts are the concert parts, and I can just watch those on YouTube and it'd be really Queen and not, 2 British guys and 2 American guys with bad British accents. So, I don't know.
Is Remy? He is singing at least, right?
No.
Nope.
He's not.
He should not have won
He
Best
can
Actor.
barely fucking talk through those fucking Chuck E. Cheese bullshit teeth.
Absolutely. Okay, that just seals the deal. No
That's
fucking way
why-
should he have won.
I think you may have been the bad one I was saying. Queen literally played at the Oscars, and Rami Malek was not with them.
You're right.
So,
Freddie
like,
Mercury's rolling in his grave. I'm telling you.
that's hard for me. That's one of the reasons why.
So wait a minute, you're just saying they performed at the Oscars,
Yes.
but he was lip singing Freddie Mercury?
No.
Adam
He
Lambert.
Adam Lambert was singing with them.
yeah.
Oh, there you
Like,
go.
like the new Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
That's why I think Rocket Man I'm more into, because I like that Taron is actually singing the songs.
Yeah.
And doing a good job. But
One other thing I did like about Bohemian Rhapsody, just to keep going on this, that I feel like at least you should care about. all the gear was period accurate, or at least what I
Yeah,
noticed.
no, it did definitely look that way.
You watch a lot of movies, the gear is not period accurate. It's just some shit they walked down to Guitar Center and
For
got.
sure, yeah, I would agree there. There are bits, like, for me, Bohemian Rhapsody, I have a more positive opinion than Joseph does, and he's killing him, like, doing it.
Joseph is so fucking pissed.
For me, again, the concert stuff that's
is
a lot of
Vietnam.
fun. It's a lot of watching those things. It's just like, God, Brian May is getting off to himself in that movie. Like, anytime they're like, "Oh, Brian, like, we heard that you were kind of a shitty person," he's like, "No, that's not true. I'm an astrophysicist, and I was absolutely right. You need to make sure you put the astrophysicist thing in there."
Put it in a couple more times in case somebody was in the
Just
bathroom.
Say it twice. And when Brian and Roger were fighting, or Freddie and Roger were fighting, I was the one that came up with the idea that helped both of them agree to it. And you're like, Brian, shut the fuck up.
Brian May looks exactly like he does in the movie with white hair, though. Like,
Yeah.
they got that perfect.
Yeah.
Well, he's never cut it.
That's what I
You have
mean.
50 years to look at.
Until it turned gray, I just assumed it was a wig.
I thought so too. The same thing's true for Jimmy Page.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. First of all, I love that you brought that up again, so we can. But, I mean, I just watched. I didn't go to Pensacon, so I actually got to watch something for once, and I just watched the shit that people are watching now. I watched Umbrella Academy, watched like the first 4 episodes of that. Oddly enough, it's a comic I had never read, so I'm experiencing it all the first time. I like it a lot. It reminds me weirdly a lot of The Haunting of Hill House. Like a lot of the characters line up. It's telling a story in 2 different time frames. There's a dad you don't really like, but I feel like at the end I'm going to like him more.
I like the dad in Haunting at Hill House.
But see,
Well, yeah, at the end-
okay,
at the end
I'll
you
take
do,
that
yeah.
back. I totally liked him. Sarah also really liked him, but the kids didn't like him, is what I was saying.
Maybe it's because it's Elliot. That's the
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, Elliot, for my time frame, we
Yeah.
brought up how old Jehu is a lot in this. but you know, Elliot was me. So
Yeah.
totally, I love Elliot. I'm on board with anything he does. But yeah, I like that show a lot. I think I will go back and read the comic. It's funny, I didn't read it at the time because like I'm not reading a comic by some guy from a fucking band. But then I read his run on Doom Patrol, which is pretty fucking good. And so I watched the show based on that. Now I'll probably go back and read Umbrella Academy.
Have you watched
Yeah.
Titans or Doom Patrol?
I haven't, but I'm going to watch Doom Patrol soon because I'm pretty excited about that.
Christian, you had one of my favorite takes on the Umbrella Academy and what's missing from it that I had not even thought about.
Oh, My Chemical Romance songs?
Yes.
Yeah.
How is Gerard Way like directly involved in creating it and there's no My Chemical Romance
in his
in it?
defense, actually, a better use of a Queen song than they do in Bohemian Rhapsody. There's a great shoot 'em up scene set to "Don't Stop Me Now" that is fucking awesome.
That
in
sounds
show.
fun.
There's a rule when you're in a band that you don't wear your own band's T-shirt, and I think he's probably going with
That's
that.
probably it.
Although I totally think he should too. Like he should.
The whole setting of the show and the way the characters are and stuff are all people who would listen to My Chemical Romance. So
It's almost like they came from the same
I know.
mind.
I didn't know
That's what I'm saying, it
My
wouldn't
Chemical
perfect.
Romance was so popular until the show came out, and everyone started like talking about Gerard Way, and I'm like,
Dude,
Jesus.
like 2004-ish, that shit was so... They were basically fucking Journey with eyeliner.
I was listening to My Chemical Romance on my way here.
I also watched the first 2 episodes of the new season of True Detective. And I am someone who didn't dislike True Detective Season 2, but this is way more a return to form.
Yeah.
And partially in the ways that is more like the first one, and partially in the ways that it doesn't try. Like, nobody tries to be Rust Cole in this, and that's good. 'Cause
Yeah.
one of the problems with the second season is there was like 4 fucking Rust Coles. You
But
know,
only
so-
Colin Farrell pulls it off.
Right, and Colin Farrell's fucking great in that.
Absolutely.
I think that's why I just insist that it's good because I love him in that.
I want to know what you think of Steven. That turned me around on Steven Dwarf. I'm 7 in. I got to watch the season finale. But Steven Dwarf is fucking awesome on that show.
Me and Sarah were talking about that he's never been in anything that he was likable in before this.
Yeah.
But he is in this. Yeah, I had to skip past you talking about this last week because you were about to tell a spoiler and I don't want to know
We
shit.
stopped.
Yeah, we stopped
Oh,
it.
you stopped it?
Because
Okay.
we want to watch it too,
Okay.
but I'm also still behind. I'm continuing to plow through Crit Roll Season 2, and I'm finally starting to get familiar with the characters, and they're not completely weak, and that's kind of more fun, because
It's definitely a challenge compared to Campaign 1 where they start off and they're already kicking
exactly,
ass.
because they like just can't fucking do everything, and everything takes fucking forever.
They have like
Like just
15 hit
walking
points.
places,
and-
yeah.
I like that you've talked about this so much now that you felt you needed to abbreviate it just to save time. Crit roll.
Crit roll.
I started Battlefront 2, which I find confusing from the old Star Wars Battlefront, just because there's like so many more options now, and I kind of like that there were really limited mechanics in the first one.
My question is there more faces? Because in the old Battlefront, there was like, or I'm thinking like the old Battlefront, where there was like 4 faces.
Are there like a million different heroes and they all do different shit? I've never played it.
I don't know. In the old one, you were stuck with a class and you were stuck with a gun, and I kind of liked that because you got.
I thought you could be like Darth Maul and like
Kylo
and
they
shit.
brought that on, and I think in Battlefront 2 on
it's
PS2
when
you could start doing that.
You know what? I just realized I'm so out of it with video games. I'm talking about Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh,
That's the game where they had 4 faces.
Gotcha.
That game,
like
they all are very similar in KOTOR.
Yeah, I mean, Jedi's in the original Battlefront 2 broke the game, and they're kind of game breakers all the way. But it's still fun to be in Star Wars world. But actually, a lot of my week has just been putting together, and there's a plug for our later stuff, putting together our realphonies.com, which is now up and running. There is not a lot on there. It mostly just links you to where you can find our social media presence and download our podcast, and it's got the episodes on the page. But please check it out. Realphonies.com.
Set it as your homepage.
Absolutely. But I think that's it for this week. Yeah. Do we know what we're doing next week?
It's on the calendar, but
Partying.
I'll look.
Partying, yeah.
Boats and hoes.
I'm ready to start doing movies again. So I'm glad
I know,
we did
we need
Captain
2
Marvel.
weeks, Captain
I'm ready to
Marvel.
start reviewing movies.
Absolutely.
Again.
But in the meantime, thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. Again, we talked about it last week, but we've been doing this for just a little over a year now, and we're really thankful for everybody who supported us and listened to this so far. If you like it, please tell your friends. It's the best way to get out there and subscribe and like and all those kind of things. Set our website to your homepage. You can, if you want to reach us, there is a contact form on our new website. In case you cannot remember, betterthantransformers@gmail.com.
In their defense, I can't remember it either.
That's fair. So I've made it easier for you. But you can also reach us on Twitter and Facebook at Real Phonies, and on our brand new Instagram at Real_Phonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Velasquez for our theme. And we'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Have a good one.